Cool. Draw me like one of your French tigers. Good evening, everybody. I hope everyone's having a happy Tuesday. If you remember last stream, we finished up some dispatch, and then we played a little bit of fights in tight spaces. As I'm a little tired and kind of having a rough time, I am going to continue to keep things light, and I also thought it would be kind of funny because it's been a while since I've gotten Canary addicted to any new indie games, so I thought we'd play maybe one or two tonight just to kind of keep it light and fun. The first one is a really weird roguelite puzzle game called Blueprints. It's deceptively simple. I played a little bit on my other account, and yeah, after playing it for a minute, I was like, oh, okay, this is deeper than I thought. Yeah, Canary Honeypot. We'll see how this goes. I look forward to it going, God damn it, I bought another game. And then after that, we'll see if we want to move to another indie game that I was thinking about that I know really well, but it's just a happy place for me. So without any further ado, here is Blueprints. I have not. I'll have to look into that. What is it? Huh, interesting. Old dude painting.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament.
Are the levels okay?
Hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me.
Cool.
I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor.
Yeah,
But
I know.
I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse.
Shall
In
lapse.
witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
I forgot that this was voice acted. Day 1. The art is really pretty in this game. All right. So you'll notice in the top left corner there, up here somewhere, there is a footprints 50. You're not allowed to stay inside the manor. You have to leave at night. And after you explore 50 rooms, you will become exhausted and have to leave. And then the day starts over. Open only in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of my bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you the challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate, and you may not stay overnight. I do not suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice: do not assume the rooms that you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. That was my best Herbert S. Sinclair. And now we have the blueprint. So, every day we start at this spot, and there are 45 squares, including the antechamber, which I think is where we're supposed to go. And we're supposed to find the 46th room. So, another reason I was kind of drawn to this game after I started it was I have this recurring dream that I have sometimes 2 or 3 times a year, but at least once every couple of years, where I'm in a house that I own and I've been living for a while, and I discover a completely new area or room or set of rooms. And I don't know if that is a common dream and it inspired this game, but it certainly tied me to this game a little bit. So here's how the mechanics work. We can only walk through 50 doors unless we get something that counts us up. And every time we pick a closed door, we have to choose what we'll find behind that closed door. So you'll notice the closet would make this an immediate dead end. So that probably wouldn't be the best choice. The bedroom will give us 2 extra footsteps, so we'll get a quick rest. But it's an angle, versus the hallway kind of gives us the best bang for the buck on the bottom, because we have 2 exits. And I'm probably going to do that, because so far my strategy has been to build a good bottom row. Huh. Yeah, it is often a new house, or yeah. And you find things throughout. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. I'm going to expand out the bottom here and see what we get. So I don't want to dead end in either case, so I'll do a pantry, which will give us some coins. Coins can be used to buy items that make some of the runs easier. And also, there's always a piece of fruit in the pantry, which gives you a few extra steps. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think you should have an even spread. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. So now we'll swing up. Actually, yeah, the more people who keep eyes on this and help me remember things that the room said, the better. I've been playing this a lot on my Steam Deck, but almost everybody recommends that you keep a journal. And it's usually kind of hard to do where I play this. Oof, we've only got angles, no throughs. Yeah, it's very pretty. I think I'm going to do the parlor. This is a fun one. So here we are in the parlor. Dear Herbert, it was great receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we'd been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is to rival hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned your rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included this letter and all the details you need to share with the guests, should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Laurie. So, here are the 3 rules. There will always be at least one box that displays true statements. There will always be at least one box that displays only false statements. Now keep in mind here, it says at least. Only one box has a prize within, and the other 2 are always empty. So let's pick up this key here. And let's go look at what it says. This statement appears on another box. The blue box is empty. This statement appears on another box. So these 2 are true, which means this one has to be false, because we have at least one false. So the blue box is empty. So it could be either of these, I think, unless I'm missing something. So it's either this one or this one. And I don't think we have enough data, do we? Is there something I'm missing? Is there enough data to guess, or is it like 50-50? I'm gonna try this one. Oh no, it was this one. I have no idea if that was luck of the draw or if I really did, fail to notice something about that clue. All right, we are heading upwards. The den would be the best bang for the buck. Gives us a gem. You can use gems to make special rooms. Some types of rooms require gems if you want to draft them, even if you draw them. And I don't think we have any keys yet, so I can't open this chest. There's, I think, always a chest here, or very often a chest here. I'm going to go to the other side and down and see if we can complete this floor. Nook. There's a key. And this is where you've got to be careful, though, because every time I backtrack, that's like 2 extra steps. But we need some items or we're going to be stuck for a while. We got a... What is that? Ooh, an electronic key card. Cool. And another gem. I used to dream journal a lot. I used to try to do lucid dreaming, and lucid dreaming is fun, but like getting to it is not, because I would have night paralysis when I get close. Okay, so this is a dead end no matter what we do, so we might as well make it something cool. Closet, 2 items. Another key. Good. Said 2 items, so there's something else that's pick upable in here. Oh, the shovel. This is handy because there are dig spots around. Okay. Let's go back to the den and head the other direction. Um... I actually think I'm going to do the bedroom. So here's the bedroom. And we get 2 steps by going through this. So basically, every time you walk through this, it's kind of a +1 extra step. More stuff from the trunk. We got the secret garden key. I've gotten that once and I've never used it. I don't quite know what it does. So now we're in the entrance hall. Let's go to Port Jill. And let's go over here. Yeah, I am not a fan of sleep paralysis. Kitchen. We have 37. We have 4 coins. What we got on the menu? So the only thing we could buy is a banana, which is worth 3 extra steps. I don't think that's worth the coins. So I'm going to hold off on that. And you should check every room, because sometimes random items are just dropped around. And a friend of mine who played this said there were several moments where there's actual story underneath it, and he had kind of like, oh my god moments. So there's a lot more to this than it seems. Drawing room won't help me. Oh, man. Our first day is already over. That kind of sucks. Because, yeah, I don't have anything that can build upward, and I can't refuse to build one of these. Shoot. All right, well. I read somewhere, and I don't know if it's apocryphal, that the term nightmare was literally a female horse, because female horses were supposed to be like symbols of dread. And they called it the nightmare basically because sleep paralysis, people would perceive a mare in the room coming towards them. Now, I have no idea how true that is. I say that I've read it and I can't tell you where. So each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items in rooms that will allow you to redraw if you don't like your initial 3 options. Those are pretty handy. Now, because I know this game, and I know that now we've closed off everything, there's no reason to continue this round. So we're going to call it a day. Let's continue. Yeah, I'd won a Steam award. I don't remember for what. Might have been like an indie game award, but I don't think there's usually anything in this foyer unless you do something to cause it. Oh, this is what I was telling you about. Okay. Let's try going the other way first this time. Starting with a den is great. Got a key or a gem. Oh, weird. This den does not have a trunk in it. One more. Ooh. I'm gonna go pantry for right now. Nook, we need keys too. There are rooms that have negative effects, so there was a chapel there, and every time you go through the chapel, you tithe. You spend one of your coins. You guys are my journal today. This is your mission should you choose to accept it. It's a good orientation for the hallway. Yeah, let's do that. Is there anything in the hallway? Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. All right, let's head north. Parlor. This time I want to win this game. Fun fact, that was the first time I opened one of the crates and it was not the right one. So I still feel like I must have missed something, but this box is black. True. The gems are in a true box. Okay. This box is blue. So this has to be false. These are both true, and the gems are in a true box is false, so this has to be the box where the gems are. I still think there's a possibility that I just missed a nuance to the way it was worded, but let's go this way. That'll head north, sure. Observatory. So you gain stars every time you build an observatory. And then the stars in the observatory give you bonuses. So when you have 1 star, you get a gold. When you have 2 stars, you get trunks added to the hall. 3 stars, you get 3 steps, a gem. Rooms with 4 doors are more common. Sometimes more than one in a single day. This book, I have never seen more than one. I'm wondering if that's been dumb luck or I've just been not observant. So we need to raise this up before we can see anything. This one more time, and I think that'll do it. I see the 1 star. I gained a coin from it. Ooh, security is all around good. Whoa. I forgot there was a cutscene in the security room. That startled me. That's not how reel-to-reel tapes would turn. So many rooms I've never seen. All right. So now if we examine in here, if you find blue memos, they're true, and red memos are lies. We go over here and we use this computer. I love the old computer sound. The disk reading. Now this is a nice feature. View the estate inventory. So in our currently built rooms, we don't have anything extra to find. And then if you find the security room, you can make keycard rooms easier to open, and you can make them fail safe instead of fail secure. So if the power goes off, you can get into those rooms without a keycard. And that's that. I should look around in here to make sure there are no other items. Well, now the reel-to-reels are going right. That's strange. The one criticism I have of this game is it's sometimes really hard to tell what is just set dressing and what is actually a usable item. Which I'll call the plant poison effect from Resident Evil. Ooh, blue memos and red memos. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. That's a lie. I don't know what the lie means, but it's a lie. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our own house manager, Mrs. Babbage. All right, where the heck are we? Let's go left. Cool. And I could sacrifice that bottom room to make it so green rooms never cost gems. I think I'll do that. then is sometimes there are items in rooms too. Like a gem. Okay. So going back the other way. Oh, there's a keycard door. And I don't have a keycard. So I either need to turn the power off now that I've changed it to fail safe instead of secure, or I need to find a keycard. So we should go back to our other branches. To the den. Are any of these actual items? It was Mr. Prince with the candlestick in the den. Let's go this way. Well, I don't want to close it off right away, so spare room. Like, all of this is set dressing. None of this is items. Oh, man. Commissary. That's what we want. And we have the gems for it. Ooh, red note. What lies are you telling us now? The commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience. Effective the first week of December. Payroll for... Okay, that's the same thing. With stag, without 10 tag. What? Okay. What do you got for sale? Ooh, I might want to save up for the sledgehammer. The sledgehammer is really handy because it allows you to break open a chest without using a key. Well, break open any chest without using a key. Drawing room. But I'm out of gems. So in the drawing room, we might get a new type of room that we've never seen before when we open a door. Yeah. Yeah, let's go to this one. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, but I can redraw because I'm inside this room. And that's not a lot better. All right, chapel. This is the first debuff room. There goes the tithe. But sometimes the chapel has items in it. Not always. Sometimes. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. Get it? So that's the closed off door, and then there's this. So this is going to be a... Oh, perfect. So remember, I said we couldn't open the keycard door unless we had a keycard or the power was off. Now the power can be on. Also, we can turn off the gymnasium and the dark room, which are important. We can turn on the garage, and I don't know what that bottom thing is. And these I haven't figured out. So. We lose 2 coins to it, though. I hate these rooms. So the question now is, do we go back for the keycard room or keep drawing on this side? Well, we might end up back there. let's go this way. Bedroom, okay. Check for items. Greetings from Reddington. I think that's like the nearest town. This all seems kind of anachronistic for 1993, except like the security. Oh, that will turn upward. But I don't have the gems. Shoot. Well, 2 bedrooms. There's some money. Camp Colonel. Atari. Does the camcorder do anything? Nope, not an item. Radio is not an item. Black box is not an item. This room freaking rocks. I would have loved this as a kid. Oh, hi. How long have you been here? Oh, he's got his own little bunk bed. Yay. Wait, is this a statement on me being the hamster running in the wheel? Is the game, like, negging me right now? Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys and I will not have to share my room and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he is at camp. Simon is my name, I think. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. I also had more fun at camp than he had in his entire life. Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing things in it too. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back, and if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I will make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop reading about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book, even though he is older. He is a crybaby. This is not part of the game. I just think my light is running out of power. Yep. All right, well, we're going with this lighting now. So, yeah, I am actually flickering. On we rave. On the next bio break, I'll try hooking it up to a battery and see if that's better. So the red text seems to be Simon, which is me, and this is kind of a, like, am I the baddie? Today is a good day because my brother returns from college and I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long, long time ago. Hopefully you find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survived sharing a room. All things being said, I wouldn't have it any other way. Nope. I still would have rather had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home, Simon. Okay. Well, he turned out all right. Yeah, I know. Okay. So, this is a dead end now, but an interesting one. We gotta go back to security and use the keycard door. So I'm going to keep going this way. Maybe he lost it, and then he found it later. Since it's me, I'm going to go with that. Maybe I lost it and found it later. I know, I would live in this hand-drawn house. So I want to go straight, straight, right, straight, and then just follow the path. Okay. Let's check this again. Since we only have one star, I don't think we're going to see anything different, obviously, but... Yep, no. I have tried before, and unless I'm really dumb, I don't think so. I think that's the only position you can see something. But there is a room that gives you the ability to draft copies of rooms you've already had. And I wonder if that's how you can get multiple constellations in a day. So what are we missing? Oh, nothing. Okay. Well, the keycard power is off, so I should be able to just open this. And... oh, man. Ah, we're already done? Arg. Utility closet, hallway, mech pantry. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else we can do here. At least we didn't have any cool items. So what I think I'll do is I'll have the game move to day 3. But I'll also take a bio break and see if I can fix my lighting situation. I will be back in just a few, guys. I'm back, and I'm lit. Not drunk or anything, just actually lit. So which clip was the best clip? I missed the best clip. Yeah, I probably am the most proud of that one. All right, today's gonna be a good day. We're gonna find stuff. It's gonna be great. Today is a good day to draft. Kidding me? Already starting out with not awesome luck, but that's okay. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. There aren't even any items in here. Sometimes there's an item on this weird hand thing. Parlor game. Ooh, magnifying glass. Inspect the documents of the estate more closely. I think most of the time there's not a ton to do with this, but I do know one place where it's handy. All right. The black box is not empty. This is the black box. Lie. This is the black box. Lie. So the black box is not empty, must be the truth. Gems. Den. And another gem. Now let's see what this is. Ooh. 2 items is a dead end that would be handy, because we might as well use a dead end since we're right here. But the coat check is crazy. So if you get a really good item this run, you can put it in the coat check, and then if you draw the coat check again the next run, you can pull that item back out. Oof. I don't know. What do you guys think? Get items or get the ability to save items for the next run? And it's not permanently. It's just this run and the next. It's just when you have coat checks. Not super. Let's do closet. Ooh, die. That's a good one. So in drafting, we can reroll. And then we've got a key card. Should always check around. Sometimes there's extra stuff. There's not, but sometimes. No, I think you can draft rooms that you haven't built yet, even if you've drawn them before. Let's do courtyard. Ooh, there's an item. Metal detector. Greater chance of finding keys and money, and you also hear when they're around, which is really nice. Let's continue Broadways. I wish you could rotate rooms, but you can't. Ugh. All right. Yeah, I've already read that. The West Wing is more likely to be locked, but I'm a lie. The Nook will give us a key. Ooh. Yeah, let's do the observatory. Now we have 2 stars. And we have 2 chests in the entrance hall. Double check that no items have shown up around here. Let's see. Can I raise it more? I don't know if it'll raise more or not. I feel like it won't. Yeah, nope. I can lower it, but that... I don't think that'll work. I think that just won't show me anything. Yeah. So I'll go put it back in the right position. Yeah. Let's go north. Ooh, that's a lot of gems we gotta do to do that one. Nook would be... You know what? We haven't tried to go north as much as possible. Let's just do that. It does supposedly get harder. Oh. Metal detector. What are you detecting? There it is. Coin on the floor. Already paid for itself, since I didn't pay anything. Straight through, I guess. Wait, what? Oh, there it is, on the floor. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's... Something's going on. I don't know what's going on, though. Let's do a pantry. So if I don't get anything cooler than the metal detector, I can throw the metal detector in the code check once we know we don't have any other possible spaces, and maybe get it next time. Oh, locked door and I don't have a key. The further north you get, the more likely they're locked. Alright, let's go this way. I could grab a key. Yeah. Where is it? Oh, it's on the other side of the door. Or of the glass. There is a good game for Halloween I saw that's called, like, Escape the Backrooms. Super creepy, but kind of like indie. Oh, right, there are 2 trunks in the main area because of that constellation we found. Let's change the security stuff. I don't think there's anything else we can do. Wait, did I have... I do have a magnifying glass. So here's one of the things that the magnifying glass can do. Terminal password is... Swan Song. I think so, but I also think, like, as you get more north and you discover new drafts to put in your deck of potential rooms you could build, like, you have more powerful rooms that can help you. I think. Swan. So, good. Yay! This is pretty 93. Staff services. Punch in and out. Disabled. All work has been suspended at Mount Holly. You could tell just by hearing that. Staff announcements. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simon, so if you're reading this, just know we're all counting on you. Rooting for you, but you know. No schedule changes. Special orders. Ooh. Huh. I think I had a 9600 and then I jumped to 56K. So I didn't learn the differences in tones. I knew they sounded different. Brass compass, magnifying glass, metal detector, running shoes. I'll take a sledgehammer, please. Only can get email in the office. Data transfers, not available. All right. Let's keep on keeping on, I guess. Yeah, college was my first, like, actual broadband. I wish I had a gem. Alright. I hate the dark room, because this makes it truly luck of the draw. Once you're in the dark room, oh, and we can't even use it. Oh, I have a key card. Forgot. Well, we gotta choose this floor plan, because I can't do these two. And the dark room, you can't see what they are. So let's find out what we got. The breaker box. Anything else in here? If I turn the lights back on in the dark room. There better not be any jump scares in this. I feel like this is the same picture, just not as developed. Probably because I turned on the light. Yeah, I know. Does that drawer being open mean anything? I don't know. I don't know if I've ever played Gone Home. What happens in it? Ooh. What does that say? 1128. Hmm. Let's remember that. Okay. Might have to look. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged portrait of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye. Can I see this picture? Remember, 1128. And whatever the heck the thing was that Crystal was remembering from Resident Evil. Can't go that way. Oh, right, because we found the utility closet. So I guess we go back to... So here we are in security. We don't have any keys. Let's look at the bottom a little more. So through the parlor. Spider fly, yada yada. Oh, but I don't have keys. I don't have a sledgehammer. Ah. Well, this shouldn't need a key, I don't think. What was in the coat check? Do we remember? Or did I put anything there? I don't think I put anything there. I have a magnifying glass, key card, and a metal detector. Let's build a coat check. And then if we see that this is going to be a bust, I can come back and put whatever we decide is the most valuable thing there. Chapel. I hate chapel. And it doesn't have any items in it? Boudoir. Let's do that. Presents. Can't tell what that is. Somebody got a safe. And it's over behind that. Aha! Well, let's see if they're bad at passwords. Nope. Well, that ain't it. That's a bummer. Oh, unless I have to also then turn this. Nope. Oh man, I was overconfident. We might be stuck because I don't think I have a key or a place to get a key. Let's see. Yeah. Steal my money. Through here. I mean, security would tell us if there's a key to be found. Maybe we check. Nope. Is that the only... Yep, that's the only open branch we've got, so we're cooked. That's okay, let's go to the code check and put something in there. So do we want to save the magnifying glass, the metal detector, or the key card? I'm kind of leaning metal detector, because anytime we have the security thing, we can turn off the need for key cards. What do you guys think? And the metal detector makes it more likely to find keys, although it didn't help us this time. Yeah, I agree. One more day! I noticed the will was like, if he fails to do, if he fails to find anything, then this gift will lapse. It's like, okay, but you didn't give a time limit. Den's a good way to start. There's that chest I'm used to seeing in the den. And then through here. Well, it's going to be a dead end. Doesn't have to be a dead end, I suppose, but... Hey! Glad we didn't save the key card. Man, I wish we had 2 gems, but... Alright. Making sure nothing is an item I should take. That's that card again. Ooh. I don't have any green rooms, though. Given that, I'll take the key, I guess. Queen of diamonds, ace of diamonds. I like the drawing room. Let's see what we got around here, see if there are any items. That's just instructions. Alright, nothing special. So, let's finish out the bottom. Ah! I could redraw, but if I'm gonna dead end it, I kind of want the storeroom. And the sledgehammer! Yes, it's one of my favorite items that I've found so far. No trunks are going to be locked for me now. Like this one. Oh, I am lousy with gems now. And hubris. Alright. Let's go north from right here. I think the passageway actually isn't worth spending the gems on right now. Okay. This box and the white box are both empty. There is a second wind-up key in this room. No, there's not. So this is a lie. The statement on the white box is true. Nope. So, this box and the white box are empty, so that leaves the blue box. Gemming it up. Corridor. Courtyard. A shovel! We've got all the items. Now we've got dig spots. I found pebbles. Okay. An old tin can. I'm finding only junk. East Wing Hall. We can see outside. I do want to live here. This place looks great. Except I never remember where I put anything because it always moves. This way? Um... Spare room. Hallway is the only answer. Yeah, that's a lie. You're lying to me right now. Alright, fine. Ooh, passageway is like kind of a spooky passageway. Keycard door. Oh, wait, we have a keycard. Never mind. Launder currency. I have no idea what that means. Because I'm so innocent. Security! Alright, what are we missing? Nothing. Okay. Man, 3 keys. It's a dead end, but 3 keys. That's... Oof. Nope, I'm going this way. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epsom, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with the swing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that the staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Clara Epsom. I wonder who that is. There's a chance of finding items here. Here's a dig spot. Found some coins. There's another dig spot. I found a turnip. Oh, more steps. Okay. Well, let's hold off on the key for right now. Did you just eat a raw turnip? I'm going to bring the spring in your step. Commissary. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll buy one more gem. Ooh, the billiard room. Or the kitchen. Billiard room. Now, this one has a math puzzle that hopefully won't embarrass me too much. Because I are bad at math. So, plus, minus, times, divided. So I think that's the plus row. So 7, 8, 9. Minus row, so 8. Minus row 11. No, 9. It's multiplication, I think, which is 10. Now, this is where it gets weird. Because it's not, you'd think it would be PEMDAS, but it's not. It's whichever one, like, fits. So 20 minus 18 is 2, times 6 is 12. I think that's probably it. It was. More keys. Yep. The pool. The pool. Draw me like one of your French tigers. The draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans. Each time you draft, 3 random floor plans are drawn from the draft pool you select from. The odds of drawing a specific floor plan may differ depending on the room. Some rooms are more rare than others. Floor plans added to the draft pool are removed at the end of the day, unless otherwise stated. No running! It's fine, they threw that in at the end. Alright. Okay, that one's locked. This one's not. Dining room. So it took me a while to figure out what they mean by rank. So the dining room will have a meal in it, which will recover a lot of steps, but only after you reach rank 8 in the run. And rank is how high up you are. So this is rank 5, 6, 7, 8. It goes north. Let's go south. Ugh, the dark room. I hate the dark room. Fine. Guest bedroom. Now I've got some extra steps. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired it from the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. KL. That's an item. What is that? Draw floor plans leading north more quickly. Interesting. More frequently. Sure. It has my metal detector in it, but yeah, I don't want to use it here. I want to keep my options more open. So I'll give 1 coin to God, and then I'll take 3. Entry, I guess. I haven't figured it out yet, but I wonder, is there a way... Okay, room directory. So is this my draft pool? Yeah, that must be my draft pool. Ugh, I don't have the gem for that. I'll go get my metal detector. Pump room, walk-in closet. Bunker, so... Dang, none of these... Oh, I guess pump room has an opening, but to some place that I can't go. Yeah, I know. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, and there's something nearby. There it is. Okay. Fountain, reservoir, corner. Okay, pool. All right. Do I have to pump from the pool to something? No. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. Here, I'll put this water in the greenhouse, too. What happens if I pump water to the kitchen? Wait, no, 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 no. That's not what I wanted. Okay. I do not apparently understand this. So I thought this would pump water to here. Or am I... No, no, now I turn it... Whoa. I didn't even see this tank over here. Okay, let's look at this again. Pump 1, pump 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pump 4 goes to 6, which I think means to the pool. Yeah. So pump 4 is way back there. No? It's the other direction? Oh, something's happening. Now flip the valve. So I want to fill up this tank with this tank's water. Do something! Oh, I see what you're saying. Let me look at that schematic again. So pool. I gotcha. Okay, 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 okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Put the water back! Oh, 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 oh. I don't think these two tanks, you can put water from the pool into this one. And I don't think that you can put water from this one into this one. You have to pump this water out somewhere else. So let's take a look real quick. All right. Pump 2 is 1 and 2. So yeah, I think you have to put water into 1 or 2, because those are the only two things that can go into either tank. So you take water from here and put it into there. Okay. But there's no room in either of those places. And what's the deal with this reserve tank? Hmm. Let's turn off the pool for a second so they don't accidentally put water back into it. I'd really like to get this water out somewhere. I don't think that'll work with this, though. Yeah, no. Nope, nope, nope. You know what? Fine. So tank 2, 4 can only go to tank 2. 2 and 1 can go to either. Okay. So I need to empty 2 and 1. Or get some of 2 and 1 out of there. And... right? Wrong? And this pump goes to what? No, I did that wrong. That was wrong. I want 2 and 1's water to go here. So that I can empty this tank. Perfect. Okay, now I think we got it. Except I did that. Turn off the pumps! completely drain that. And that should be enough to drain the pool. That took an embarrassingly long amount of time. Yeah. There has to be, like, there has to be something related to draining the pool. There has to be. Oh, we got a lot more than one. We got coins for days. That was great. Three keys. Yeah, let's use a key and see what we could do with this one room. I don't think I've ever drawn the lavatory. And now I see why. There is not a lot to do here. Unless I'm missing something. I might be missing something, but I don't think so. Okay. Veranda is the only... Well, we've got the East Wing Hall, but that's going to be a dead end. So veranda is the only path north we've got. Hey, does this do anything? No. Do we have a security room? Yeah, we do. Probably a good idea to get a upgrade disc. So you could permanently upgrade one of the floor plans. And then let's get 4 gems. Oh no, it's 10. All right. All right, let's permanently upgrade a room for the next part of our run. The hallway. Okay. Hmm. Hallways always have keys, hallways always have lock trunks, or hallways always add hallways to tomorrow's traffic pool. Key? I think key? Yeah, mobility feels like the most important thing. Are we missing any items? No. Okay. Through the veranda. Oh no, the dark room. Oh, but I've got a gem. Okay, let's do that. I don't have money for any food right now. Or not much food. Yeah, it's not worth it. Locker room's the only choice, and I don't have a gem. I know. It's so frustrating. Okay. Dang it. Guess breaker box is all I can do. Gymnasium off. Dark room on is good. Garage on. Key cards are off. I guess we can go and see what we can find in this little area over here. Go back to the East Wing Hall in the north. Now we're in the East Wing Hall again. Now we want to go north. What do we got? Uh, Nothing super exciting. The boudoir. All right, what do we have for items? Metal detector, key card, sledgehammer, shovel, and compass. I think the sledgehammer is still my favorite. So how do I get to my code check? Can I make it? Maybe. Into the spare room. I need to go through to security, make a right. Make another right through the commissary, billiard. Oh, okay. Commissary, billiard. Pool. Dining room. One, two, three. I think I'm going to fall asleep right when I get there. That's a bummer. Let's see if it lets me. No. Dang it! All right, so that was Blueprints. I was thinking we'd maybe play two games, but it's hard for me to stop Blueprints because I really enjoy it. But at any rate, it's getting pretty late, and I will need to sleep soon. So let's go ahead and save and quit. Go back to chat. I'm going to look really quick to see what there is to see on the rating front. Yeah, it's kind of mesmerizing. Yeah, I don't see anybody I know to raid, so I think instead I'll just say once again, the DHS director is lying to you. Minnesota is not outside of the grip of ice by any stretch of the imagination. And if there is a drawdown, it certainly hasn't been noticed by us. There's still lots of bad things happening. So if you want to help, check out Stand with Minnesota. Check out some of the resources there. Donate to some of those, and consider, doing what you can to stand for this, because ours is not the last state that I think this administration is going to do this in, especially if they get away with it. So make your voice heard, make certain you do whatever you can there. And beyond that, I hope you guys enjoyed Blueprints. Like I said, it is really addicting. I'm glad you guys enjoyed watching it. I wasn't sure if it was going to be fun to watch or not. But yeah. So I hope everybody has a good night, and follow your bliss. It's fleeting. Have a good one, everybody.